Ah, good evening. I think we have got audio, for me at least, which is the only thing we need audio for. It's a game. If you can't hear the game later, that's really a you problem and not a me problem. But anyway, hi, it's me, Grayson Allen. How are you doing? I remembered which hand to wave. I'm doing pretty good at this. Because this one is the side, because I wave that hand like it's kind of like off screen, but like this is the right hand because it makes that shape. I have to remember. Lala says good job. Thanks, Lala. I knew you'd believe in me. How are you doing? Let's see here. It is a Sunday evening. We're having a delightful time. At least I am. I and maybe I'll take some pictures or something later. But I've got a little yes, that way off camera. I got a little mini home gym set up with a squat rack and a bench, so I can lift weights and not be around people, which is really just a great combination for me because I went to the gym this morning, and Sundays are nice for the gym because not hardly anyone goes, but every other day of the week is misery. So, not like, I mean, the people at the gym are like nice, like it's all in my head that I'm being crazy about it, but while I'm finished up making spaghetti, ooh, are you sharing with everybody, Lala? Are you gonna send a plate of spaghetti to your friend Gray? Maybe. That's exciting though. That's a good Sunday dinner. That's a good choice. I I forgot to have dinner actually. It's probably fine. I had a big lunch. It's okay. Probably. We'll find out later. I also meant to like even like 10 minutes ago. I was like, I forgot to have dinner. Maybe I should like grab a snack real quick, and then I forgot to do that too. So we'll be fine. Sure, I'll pass. Aw, thanks, Lala. You're a real one. Anyway, we'll be fine. We'll be feasting on the terrors. So let's go ahead and move over to the game screen. Yes. And spooky light. Oh, that is pretty spooky. Is that more dark than usual? That feels more dark than usual. Maybe it's all in my head. I don't know. Let me know what you think. More dark than usual? I had to rearrange so many things to make a home gym fit in the corner over here. So I'm hoping that more or less everything else is fine. I actually completely rerouted and moved my entire PC setup. And it's like I'm just like hoping that like I remember to connect up all the correct wires and everything's like fine and that something doesn't decide to crash for funsies. But anyway, so Lawless says maybe slightly darker on your face, but still looks fine. IMO. Yeah, it is like a little. Oh, that's probably why. Okay, well that should be fine. If it's like much too much darker, then I think it's okay for now. But no, I think I see what I'll need to fix for later. That's gonna require more finagling than I'd like to try to do live on stream. But we're trying to do some upgrades in on the back end of streaming. I've got some ideas. Well, I've got an idea. I've had a singular idea, which is pretty good for me, and I'm excited about this idea. But it remains to be seen if the idea will be carried out. Because boy howdy, I have a lot of things I like to do or I'd want to do. But I think with my new setup, I'm gonna be able to do something I've been wanting to do for a while. And I'm not gonna make any promises until I for sure have it set up. But I think it'll be a cool new addition to our program here on this channel. It'll be a cool new thing we start doing regularly, perhaps. So, well, technically, it would probably be a thing we do on Twitch. Because it's probably too saucy for YouTube. It's not too saucy at all. I would never. How do I click back into the game is how I... Okay. What were we... Oh, that's right. Oh. darkness, my old friend. Anyway. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to remember... Let me see here. That's my gun. There's my items. Okay, so yeah, I've got... Dried blood covers most of the numbers. I wonder if... Do I need to clean that off? I can't remember. Guess I'll find out later. Marked bracelet. Some markings all over it. Okay, so I've got 2 of the bracelets. I need to get the last one, which I think I need to use this x-ray stuff to do that. So I just need to go over to the x-ray room and do it. I'm just trying to catch up. So we're in the hospital. We're almost done with like the final like couple of puzzles for this part of the hospital. And then we got to do the whole other half of the hospital, which is even worse. Like for those who recall, second half of hospital, mega suckery is afoot. So we hate it. All my homies hate Nightmare Hospital. As they see, it sounds scandalous if it's too much for YT. It's more that I think YT is not going to like it, and it's going to futz with my channel. Which I don't... It probably doesn't matter, but like I always get into my head about whether or not things matter. Oh, that's already listened to this. How did I open up my map before? With my map button. Jen says hello. Hi Jen, how are you? And Hatoon says hi. Hatoon, you were here, but you didn't say hi until Jen shows up? How rude. What about your friend Lala and your friend Gray? But hi Jen, hi Hatoon. How are you all doing? Jen, are you surviving? It's Monday for you, right? I didn't even look at what I was supposed to look at my map. I got distracted by friends. Can't believe this. How do I think it's the 3rd floor, wasn't it? Jen says work, and yes. Is work going well, Jen? I know you haven't like. Oh, this is hi, Jen. Like I know you haven't really. I know you've been very busy with it. Like, is it work that you enjoy, or at least like, is you hate the job? Uh-oh. Well, I guess that's you know what, Jen? You're becoming a real adult. Congrats. You're growing up. I think we're relatively safe from shenanigans. This staircase helps me none. Okay. You get to the 3rd floor. So I'm fairly sure that like most, if not every enemy in this area is dead right now. Now I know more will spawn in. I lied to myself! They're alive! They're in the halls and the walls! Get me out of here! Who was the one that said they're all dead? That guy was a liar. Ah. I missed! She did not miss! I missed again! Oh my gosh, she's incredible! Jiminy Christmas. Retail is ass, yeah. I've been very fortunate that I've never had to do like a customer service job in that way, at least. I'm definitely doing customer service of a kind right now, though, which I can see why it's not everyone's favorite thing. Answering phone calls and listening to customers and figuring stuff out. Because I just showed up. I just finished cooking. Hatoon, did you make spaghetti too? If you did, you have to share. Jen says, unfortunately, some customers are just brain dead. Yeah, I get that. I mean, some people are just crazy in how rude they will be. without like any kind of like self-awareness. Where are these stairs? And then also like I've been pretty lucky that I haven't had to deal with like too many like people that are just like out and out rude to me. I've definitely had to like deal with like angry people. But I've at least been lucky in that they're not like angry at me specifically, they're just like angry generally. Which is like not much better, but it is like, you know, it's kind of an improvement. I've definitely had to deal with some people calling for dumb questions. Oh my, like we actually, yeah, anyway. Jen says, then there's people that ask for stuff we don't have and get mad when we say we don't have it. No, yeah, I had a really fun conversation with somebody recently where she called us for help with a repair. It was just like fixing like a leak under her sink. And it ended up just being like a couple of like the pipe, like the nuts on the pipes are just loose and so they just need to be tightened. And so our guy went there and he got it fixed pretty quick because that's all it needed. You know, and he tested everything and made sure it was all clear and not leaking anymore. And then I guess because he got done in less than 30 minutes, she assumed it was just going to be for free. Because we sent her the bill, you know. And she's like, oh, well, he wasn't even here that long. You're really going to charge for that? I was like, what do you mean? Like, yes. Like, it's, I mean, we actually, like, you know, we even, like, because we quoted her, like, one price originally, but then once we were like, oh, I'm stuck. Once we realized how easy it was, we were like, you know, we'll just give you, like, the minimum trip charge, you know, like, because you did have to come by and do stuff. But, like, we're not going to, like, charge you anything extra. Like, you know, just, like, but she was still like, oh, like, but why, though? Like, it was such an easy fix. Like, I could have done that if I'd known what to do. I was like, well, you didn't know how to do it, and then you had us fix it. Like, that's how, what do you mean? I think my boss had a, like, she did finally, I think, pay the very small bill. But she was just flabbergasted. Oh, I still have to clean the thing first. Hold on. It was so silly. Chicken stir fry is pretty cool too. No tune. Jen says, or people ask us to check the price on things just to see if we had changed the price so they can get a few cents off. That's interesting completely, Jen. Yeah, just because you're done fast doesn't mean it's free. They still had to come to your house and figure out the problem. Just got to pay for labor. Labor? English. Jen, you spelled labor the British way, but I'll forgive you. Just this once. Remember, Americans don't put you in anything because it's all about me. That's how you remember. If you're ever in doubt about the American way. 437.12, or is that 4? I think we had the, like, is this 477? I think it's 437, right? Australian English is based on the British English. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, I think all English goes back to you know, England eventually. Just some have deviated more than others. Like, America really had some sour feelings towards England, so we deviated a lot of things very quickly. Every now and then I remember this is a horror game, you know. Atune says, I spell the British way too. Ah, that's communist, Atune. All says, anyway, now that I'm no longer standing at my stove, I'm doing fine, but if you remember me mentioning my husband hurt himself on Friday, we finally went to urgent care today and it's very high. America wanted to feel special, says Jen. It's very high. The urgent care? Like, is he okay? Oh. Sorry, I need to... How the heck did I... Ooh, who donged? My ears, okay. There we go. Sorry, I just had to increase the font so my my elderly eyes could understand what you guys are talking about. Well, it says Chansey tore his ICL and it broke a piece of his knee bone? Oh, no. That, or LCL. Wait. I need bigger font. That's still, that's not good. Oh, so that's exciting. He gets to go to work and fill out more paperwork tomorrow and see if they have anything he actually do. And if not, hopefully workman's comp comes through. Yeah, I mean, I guess, was that something that happened while he was on the job, Lala? Like, I mean... I've got distracted and forgot the numbers. 43712. Four. Guys, we're geniuses at locker combinations. Oh. 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 Oh, I don't want to be in here, Mr. Jones. Oh, where's your bracelet? Oh, I don't want... I remember this. This is Grove. Ugh. Did he melt? Filthy bracelet. Hooray. Boy, howdy. Where'd all my bug friends go? Okay, so now I can go back downstairs. I'm sure there's a couple of fresh new enemies along the path, because there always are. This game's pretty good about always keeping a healthy supply of enemies coming in every time you make progress. It's very cool. Hello? Yeah, he was at work getting down from working on a truck and he fell and tried to break his leg. Lala, you shouldn't try to do that. This is all you got around. Y'all enjoy. Bye, Jen. Take care. Retail real good. Bye, Jen. Good luck. Lala says, but I guess in good news, being captured yesterday gave him the time to beat RE9. Well, he's... That's good. Oh. Forgot about you. I mean, I guess, generally speaking, did your husband enjoy RE9? Was it a worthwhile endeavor, in his opinion? You need to go this way? Yes, okay. Good night. Oh yeah, I need to like line up the... Isn't there like a thing like I need to like line up something with something? There it is. I don't know why that's the order, but apparently it's the order. Donkey. A director storage room key. Aren't I lucky? No, so yeah, I said it's a fairly standard Resident Evil game. No huge complaints besides the fact that he hates Leon. You seem to have a good time over. That's good. So, I'm sure me and Smo will get to it in a couple of years when we finish all the others. So that'll be cool. Well. So those are his 3 patients he was obsessed with trying to fix, I guess. A safe button. Oh, that's the button we needed for the thing that we need. Cool. Oh, and this is the one where I need to make a picture of the picture. That looks right, right? Ore ne guy circle person, circle devil person, moon, and the thing from Harry Potter. Also, I remember taking a screenshot of this last time you played to figure out the code. No, it's fine. I'll never... I think he actually literally writes down... Yeah, he writes it down. And I didn't realize this last time, but actually, like... 92, 45, 71. I don't know where I'm supposed to put that code in. Maybe I put it in over here. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh. I was sure that was it. Okay, so it was... It was the pie chart, the fancy... It's like a re in Japonese, then a 4. Then a thing, then another thing, then 2 friends, then a moon, then with Harry Potter. So we got this. How's everyone doing tonight? Everybody chilling? And then 4. Oh wait, I'm a fool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. So it's 9, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm completely futzing this already. So I realize it's not the order that you get things. It's actually the numbers. Lala says male. Are you? Lala says no. Wait, no, I'm not. I would never be. I'm so smart. My brain massive. Okay, so I have to do, it's 9, 2. So that'd be, that's Harry Potter, and then squiggly. Harry Potter, squiggle. Then 4, 5, which is male, circle. So smart. 9, 8, 7. So Devil Man and pie chart. Devil Man. Pie. Yes. I have the rooftop key. It's a thick safe. Their images became blurry, melting together. I could no longer tell. I'm not sure if I can do it, but maybe you can. This will take you to where you need to be, though probably not the way you want to. And if I remember what happens up on the rooftop, that is incredibly prophetic. And there's bound to be some pain involved. There always is. Delightful. You love to see it. All right, well, let's take a savey point because we made some progress here. And I mean, I believe that the game does a pretty good job of like kind of auto saving regardless of actual saving, but it's still. Okay, how do I get to the rooftop? I need to get up over there, so I need to go strat and left. That's how I turn my light off. Anyway, it's probably fine. This is a game where, like... This might be, like, one of the only games where, like... I mean, there's, like, a sprint button. But I'm very often too scared to use the sprint button. Is there a child I can shoot? Asking for a friend. Okay. Nope, that's... Where do I go? Over here? It's fine. Nothing scary ever happens on the roof in a Silent Hill game. Oh, it's raining! Man, I'm gonna get my suit wet. I guess I'm not really wearing a suit, but I have like a nice button-up shirt. Oh, there's ammo! How did I never see that before? Give me that ammo. I don't like the sounds. Devilman Pie Chart, never heard of that one, says Lol. It's a classic. You probably never heard of it. It's raining here today. Maybe again right now, actually. Lol, you live practically underwater from what I understand about your state. So I don't... I honestly, like, assume, unless you say otherwise, I assume it's always raining where you are. I feel like it'd be more accurate for you to tell us whenever it's not, because that would be the more interesting, different thing. Where do I go? Is it... Yeah, I think this is what messed me up before, because I didn't investigate. Read! Who would do this? I can't read that. The font is teensy. I need to figure out how to make that bigger for me. Ow! Son of a... Oh, crap, forgot about that. Yeah. There we go. Oh, speaking of read, it was weirdly dry for a couple months. That is weird. Well, if you ever don't want it to rain, maybe just send some of it over to Utah. We could use it. Did you read your 7 chapters? I have. I haven't read my chapter for today, but that's because I read them at night before I go to bed. So I read 6 chapters. 6. Then that one. That's 6 when you add those together. So I'll read a 7 one tonight, but then I win. So I do good. So that's where I need to go down to, I think. What was over here then? Or is that just a fake out? Huh! Wait, which way do I go? Because I think if I pick that up, don't I get bedazzled by the man? Which way do I... Wait, what? If only you'd been doing that for last year, you wouldn't have 3 rows of tally... Quiet. It hasn't been that long of time, probably. Oh, that's all this is. This is just showing the memory of, like, what happens before. Is, like, you go down to that door to open it, and then you get freaking yeeted into the next dimension by our friend. Okay, so that's all that is. That's just our memory of, like, how it happens in the original. Because I was gonna say, because I think when I go into this other room is when he surprises me instead. Dude, it's been 84 years. Don't you quote the greatest movie of all time at my face like that. May 9. Rain. Stared out the window all day. Peaceful here. Nothing to do. Still not allowed to go outside. May 10. Still raining. Talked with the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic and weak. Not everyone can be strong. May 11. Rain again. The meds made me feel sick today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? That's the same thing we read over in the other world, other game. May 12. Rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. It may be selfish, but it's just what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. May 13. The doctor came in today. He said that I'll be released soon, that it's time to go home. I should be happy, but I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. It feels like something's about to happen, like the last gasp of air before the plunge, but deep down, I know it's too late to turn back. Cool. That is so good. I will say, like, it's definitely not as effective the second time, but my goodness, the first time we saw that scare shortened my life by years, I am sure. Does this put us in the Nightmare Hospital, or are we still just in the regular? Yeah, I think, okay, we're still just, like, in the regular, Oh, that was the elevator stuff room. That's, like, the elevator's, like, stuck between, like, the third... I don't know if I noticed that before. Because that's the elevator that's, like, stuck between the second and third floor. So now we're on the other side of that locked door on the third floor. Yeah! You a-hole. Can I... It gives me, like, a thing to highlight, but it doesn't actually give me a way to click it, so... I see you, fire extinguisher. Well, so I read a chapter of One Piece today, chapter 1175. I didn't get as far as I want to do this week from the beginning, but that's because I had a long, eventful, stressful week. Let's see how that got on people who played SH2 OG, like, oh, I guess the roof is fine this time, and then that happens. No, and they do a really good job. Like, there's a lot of moments I've already noticed where, like the jump scare still happens, but it happens in a different spot. Like the scene where, like the boss fight with Pyramid Head that happens in the apartments. Like, it's supposed to happen in that stairwell, but it doesn't there, but it does happen, like, before you can leave the place anyway. So, like, you get all tensed up for it, and then you're like, oh, wait, that's not happening now. That's pretty clever. I respect it, you know? But also, Lala, I fully photosympathize with all the stress you're having. Take that. Yes. Now I am the monster. Who drew this? How dare you? But yeah, Lala, I hope things get calmed down for you, because kind of seems like you've had enough going on recently. Trying to remember which way I need to go. Lara's around here somewhere. Hypnotherapy room. Oh, this is the door I can unlock to get back to the other area. I'm just trying to make sure, like, I grab all the goodies that I can. Because I'm impoverished, and I need everything for me. I I only have so many health syringes, you know? I'm practically starved for ammo as well. I have less than 200 bullets on me. Like, I could be overwhelmed in a heartbeat if I'm not careful. Says, oh, I forgot another garbage bin. My car's freaking out. It's probably the transmission. Oh. That's not what you want to break on a car. The thing you want to break on a car is nothing. I'm sorry to hear that, Lala. I feel like something happens in one of these padded rooms. Maybe I'm crazy. No, I'm not. They won't send me to the funny farm without a fight. I can't even go in this one. Hello? Housekeeping. Okay. I think this one's all goofed. Is this another memory spot? Go, please. I can't remember. I remember that being a bloody thing in a padded room. I can't remember what that was about. Wait, how do I... That's how... I haven't used my shotgun at all. I've only got 21 bullets. Ridiculous. Honestly, I wish my bad luck wouldn't compound and stuff like that. Yeah, lol, you really gotta tell the universe to space it out for you. It should be illegal for children to sing. Like, it is only... Like, only bad stuff happens when children sing. I think we can all agree to this. Like, if it just wasn't allowed, I feel like less horror would happen. Yeah. Just being a weirdo. Singing in the darkness.
Laura?
How do you know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big, fat blabbermouth.
Yo, don't call him fat. He gets sensitive.
Why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
I just do. What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No. I won't. Please, just... I need to know.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Liar!
Laura, I'm sorry.
Fine! Don't believe me! See if I care!
Hey!
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But... there's something I gotta get.
Laura.
It's important.
What is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Something I wonder about Silent Hill is that, like, simultaneously, like, it's a place that people are living in, I think, actively, but it's also, like, long abandoned in another way.
Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here.
Ah. You fell for the classic blunder, James. You trusted a child.
I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Laura, open this door right now.
What's the magic word?
Laura!
Nope, that's not it. I guess I won't open it.
Get me out of here, you brat!
In your dreams, fart
This is a side note, but swearing at children is what we call a no-no.
A big lying fart face.
And if you swear at a child, you will in fact be attacked by the ceiling lips. Which, for my money, this is probably the grossest, like, monster in this game. Like, and I realize there's, like, some gross stuff going on here, but this sucks. This effing sucks. Everything about this is terrible. Give me that. I do have to remember to grab every single goodie as it comes. Who's there? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I forgot how scary this one is. Oh, fetch. I think I can't shoot the back of it because I think it's got, like, extra plating back there. I think I have to shoot, like, the front or the side. Good thing they don't, like, limit stamina. Like, having a stamina limitation in this would be an absolute nightmare. Okay. It's always facing the wrong way. Oh my gosh. It's so gross. Please, no. You... I'm doing good damage. Oh, it broke one of the lights. That's fantastic. Oh, it's so gross. I will say, something that is unequivocally an improvement as far as, like, the remake versus the original. The boss encounters, oh my gosh, in the remake, so much worse. Like, it's not even a contest. Every boss encounter in the original is like so slow and, like, not really that threatening. And I mean, not that these are necessarily, like, more difficult. They're so much scarier. Like, it's hard to, like, do, like, a boss fight and make it, like, scary. Because, like, whenever it's, like, an encounter where, like, you're forced to fight, that inherently does take away some of the fear, I feel. It's like, once you don't have to be, like, making, like, the fight or flight decision, at least a little bit of the fear gets negated. Oh my gosh! Oh my, I forgot it does that! Oh, dear sweet, sweet Mama Jumper! Oh my gosh. Oh, there is health over there. Boy, I sure would like that, but he's guarding it pretty fiercely. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I hate him. Hey! Hey, Carumbo! Oh my gosh! I turned off my light. That's why it was getting so dark and scary. Oh my gosh. Ah! Fetch! Ah! Fetch! It's the worst. Die, you monster! You don't belong in this world. Ow, stop, please! Oh my gosh. Die already! Stop! I need to reload. You. Oh, you're so gross. Just die. I've shot you with so many bullets. There you go. Golly. Ugh, I don't like that it's just a bag of flesh and lips. Don't get close to it. James, no. Yeah. None of us are shocked. Maybe not none of us, but for those who played the original, I think there were a total of 3 or 4 you had to fight in a very small room, by the way. That was the one thing that made that kind of tense, is like there's like minis. Oh, it says, who's there? Ceiling lips, who else? Oh, this is doing great. Some of this is kind of reminiscent of the final boss, Skittery Cage Monster. It's kind of true. They took some of like the, especially like the final boss of like the OG Silent Hill. I feel like she's I could be wrong, but I think they changed her up a little bit in this, in the remake. But you know, yeah, Skittery Cage Monster is a theme they enjoy. I mean, basically all of the monsters are like melded with some kind of like cage or like just metal like contraption. Well, I suppose you're wondering how I got here. Used a lot of my shotgun ammo for that. Fetch. Patient number 3141, designation 29. Ah, who said that? Smo! We were friends. I trusted you. How could you? Betrayer! Also, hi, Smo. Can't hear, we just want you to stay smart. Anyway. Thanks, Smo. I like how you could read Smo, but not my name when I... Oh, is that who redeemed it earlier? Look, I don't know. Smo's name was smaller, so I think it gets bigger font. Lala's is all... Lala could be like L's or I's or anything else. Also, I forgot to read. Initial symptoms, hyperfocus, current diagnosis, they can be fixed. Recommendations, stop at nothing. I like current diagnosis is I can fix them. That's such a great diagnosis. No turning back now. Oh my gosh, I love it. I want a doctor to give me a diagnosis of I can fix you. I think that's just a pit of sorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it's a pit of sorrow. Cool. You love... You do love to see it! Donkey. And a syringo. Wow. It's a box! Neat. Ooh, that was kind of dark and spooky. Okay, so this is basically the only way I can go for the moment. I never even tried to chainsaw that guy. To be fair, I didn't really want to get close enough to Mega Lips in order to try. James, you jump down so many holes. Why not this one? What about this hole you don't like? You jump into other abysses of nightmares. I think we're on... We're on the first floor? How do we get down to the first floor? Whatever. Oh, I don't have a button. I'm sure that's fine. Says, yeah, I thought about saying if you were using a chainsaw, you wouldn't have to reload. Yeah, but he was so scary and close and stuff. Oh, yeah. Hate this room. Yeah, this is their version of the Louise box, which they definitely do it a little different. I wonder if the codes are always the same once you know it the first time, or if they randomly generate it. They probably randomly generate it. You know. I do like you can choose. I just remember that I hate every single one of these directions. Every direction is bad. None of them are your friend. Oh, that's extra frothy today. By the way, for anyone curious, this is basically what happens if your pipes are fully clogged and you try to like pour like a gallon of Drano down it. This is about all you're going to accomplish. You're going to create a horrific acid soup, and it's not actually going to clear the drain, most likely. Because once the drain is fully plugged, Drano does not help. There still has to be like a little bit of an opening for Drano to have a chance. And I can tell you because there's so many drains I've had to go clear out where they're like, by the way, the sink is full of Drano, so don't let that spill on you. They're like, cool, thanks for making my job even worse. Huh? Oh! Who would... No. Shh. Who's there? Who would slobber at me? Oh my gosh, stop making sounds. Are you on... Who's making that sound? That's so gross. This is yuck. That says, by the way, good luck not burning your flesh off while you clean up my mess. Basically. I do remember working with... having a coworker, and this guy was he was a very good plumber, but man, he had just real bad luck. It seemed like I remember one time I was working with him to help, like we were clearing a drain, and it was that exact scenario where like the sink was full of Drano, and we were like trying to like disconnect the pipes. And, like, we had, like, a bucket set up so we could, like, disconnect the pipe and have all the water, like, kind of drain out into the bucket without us, you know, getting, like, acid all over us, basically. But, like, the pipes were, like, really... the pipes were, like, really stuck together. And, we were, like, using, like, a wrench to try to, like, loosen one of the nuts. And, like, I was trying for a while, and I couldn't get in. He finally got there under there. He's like, I'll do it. He, like, got, like, underneath and just used all of his might with a wrench, and he busted it free, like, and it just cracked the pipe instead of, like, loosening. And he just got absolutely dunked with... Ow! How did you dodge that? He got absolutely dunked with the water. And, yeah, he was... I mean, I guess, luckily he was wearing, like, multiple layers. Like, he had, like, a sweatshirt on that he, like, immediately was just, like, yanking off him before, like, it soaked through and started, like, burning him, basically. And then he just immediately, like, just left he's like, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower. You can fix this. And it's like, cool. And he just left for the day, which was pretty fair. So yeah, that was an adventure. God, I hate this place. No, this is oh my gosh! Don't make a cute girly sound when I stab you. I just remembered that mannequins are a thing. And that they're definitely going to try to jump scare me with mannequins a bunch. Yeah, glad it was. Yeah, I mean, he ended up being fine. But it was definitely just one of those... It was... Okay, James. It was a combination of just really unfortunate circumstances. Oh my gosh. This brings me to Grayson's friendly plumbing tip number 2. Who's there? Don't. I will chainsaw anyone who threatens me. If a toilet is clogged, never, ever, ever, never try to, like, put Drano down that or any other kind of, like, pipe cleaning product. Because it's probably not going to work. Firstly, so, like, it is best case scenario waste of money because you're just using Drano and it's not going to help. Secondly, because of the way, like, acid can, like, froth and expand and bubble and everything, you can blow up your toilet. You can absolutely, like, if the siphon is, like, fully blocked, you just, like, dump acid down it. You have a decent chance of exploding the porcelain, which is not good. So, I don't recommend it. I've never seen that in person, but that's just, like, every plumber I've talked to who's, like, been in the game longer than me, like, says that's pretty much gonna happen. It's never occurred to me to even try that. That sounds like a terrible idea, says Lala. James says, we did that in high school. Yeah, that's... It's not effective. And it is one of those things, like... It's one of those things, like, I feel like a lot of people kind of, like, have this vague understanding that it doesn't work. But I suspect that, like, college kids might try that if they don't know better. Because a lot of, like, the most questionable attempts at DIY repairs have come from, like, college, like college people, like, renting apartments and stuff, or, like, I guess, like, they think that if they... What was the point of this? I guess I got goodies in here. Just another way to go around, I guess. But I don't know if it's just, like, they think they're gonna have to, like, pay for it. Like, by the way, like, if you're a tenant, it's almost never gonna be you that has to pay for, like, normal wear and tear. That should be the responsibility of the landlord. Should. Like, I realize that that's not always how that works, unfortunately. Better or worse. But anyway. Yeah, sometimes people try to, like, just fix things themselves, or, like, they think they're a cool person, they can figure it out with YouTube. And sometimes, you know, that works. But if you're just trying to repair something with just, like, vibes, where you're just like, this seems like this should work. Like, you know, these look like they're close enough that they should just kind of fit together and it'll be fine. I just don't, please. I'd say a good 20% of my company's business comes from people who tried to just go for it and just made it so much worse. Oh, how we danced, arms flailing, our bodies in perfect synchrony. And the music played, but in any dance there comes a time one must take the lead, and the music gets louder and louder, pounding, piercing, and then silence. Cool. Great story. How do you fix chain brain? Like, what's the procedure if you, like, x-ray something, you're like, your brain is full of chains? Like, I don't know how that happens. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but like there is very, very definitely, at least like with the Nightmare Hospital, there's like some strong Saw vibes going on. Maybe specifically because you have to use an instrument of force on our friend here. I don't know why I needed to find it, like, why I didn't need to do any of that to be able to put an eye there, but apparently I did. Anybody here watch the Saw movies, any of them? I wouldn't recommend it. Who's frothing? Seems to be a dead end. Whatever it is, probably this way. Shot in the butt. I'm the monster. Get chainsawed. Oh my gosh. Ah! What was that? Okay, that's an explodey. We hate those guys. God, I didn't see him coming, but like I felt something was wrong. That's why like I looked up in time to get attacked. Just one of those moments of paranoia that actually was something and not just in your head. Oh, says, no, I don't like gory stuff. I've heard that the first one isn't too bad comparatively, at least. No, the first one's like the most like realistic, I guess you could say. Or like it is like got some like crazy traps and a lot of like blood and violence, but it's like kind of like to like a believable level. But then each one just kind of like has to like, it has like the horror movie sequel problem of like every sequel felt like it had to be, well, that didn't work at all, did it? Every sequel felt like it had to be like even worse and nastier. I haven't watched all of them. I watched like I think I've seen like the first 3. And they were like the edited for TV versions, so they were, you know, nominally less violent. Which kind of made it a bit more tolerable, but still like way too much for my taste. But no, like this whole environment is like the same level of like grossness that a lot of like the Saw locations have. Like, it's not bad enough that, like, people are, like, having to go through these, like, ridiculously, like, over-the-top violent tests. But it has to be, like, in the grossest dadgum location to top it off. No big deal. Oh, I just got an achievement for killing 75 enemies with ranged weapons. So I guess that means it was actually dead. I didn't need to do all that because the game just told me it died. But just in case. Cool. I mean, we do like killing stuff with ranged weapons when it's feasible. But we also like to not waste ammo. I'm starting to build up my stock of shotgun ammo again, which is nice. Still not super loaded, but we're doing better. Did I? No, I haven't gone in here yet. But anyway. Anybody watch any good horror movies recently? I will say, at least for me personally, I watched the first 3 Scary movies yesterday for a little. I did a little binge while I was assembling gym equipment in here. So I watched Scary Movies 1, 2, and 3, which aren't actually scary movies technically. I mean, they're the parodies. But, like, the first three are, like, the good ones. After that, like, they kind of, like, stopped being as good. It's like, I had an enjoyable time watching those. Like, it's been, like, a long time since the last time, like, I watched those ones. And so it's kind of interesting to be like, man, these movies are, like... Ah, I shot you so many times! You a-hole! Just explode already. Thank you. Goodness. Oh, this is the kitchen. Good. I love the kitchen. What's kitchen in Spanish? Is it just cocina? Who's there? Stop with... Why are there so many sounds? Fetch. Anyway. Well, as I haven't watched anything in general lately. Fair. Yeah, I've been... I recently found out that YouTube has, like, just tons of, like, movies that are available for free. Granted, they have ads. Oh, stop. Unless you have premium, which I have YouTube Premium. Because it was worth it to me. There's some other nice things with premium to make it worth the price, but no ads is definitely sweet. But I've been watching a lot of... Stop! I saw you! No, 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 no. Get the hell over here. Where the hell did you go? Just whenever you see one of those things creeping around, you just have to deal with it immediately, because otherwise you will forget about it and it will scare you. Even if you run directly into a trap, which I'd say about half the time you are, if you just chase after it blindly. In this case, that worked out for us. But no, yes, I've just been watching, like, tons of random movies. Not tons, but, like, I've been watching random stuff on YouTube. Posing for a second. That's where I've been watching, like, so many, like, Bigfoot documentaries. Who's there? Oh my gosh! I wish there was a target button. Maybe there is a target button, but I don't know where it is. So I feel like I end up missing my melee hits far too often. Oh, why? Boy, is this like a whole nothing zone? I guess there's ammo here. Not really enough to make up for what I used. Oh, there's a syringe. I guess, okay, I guess this was overall not quite a loss, at least. I wish there was a target button, says the man who's never locked on an... I lock onto things all the time. I did it twice in Wise8 on Friday. For those who are watching that stream. You would know that I'm incredible at Wise8. I'm probably the best player of Wise8 that the world has ever seen. And that's not even like pride or arrogance, that's just like a humble and correct opinion. Toon says no. Hey, Toon, I don't recall asking about your humble and not correct opinion. Who's there? Who would not? No, no one would be. I'm going back here. No, I'm not. I'm brave. God, there's so many things that make goopy sounds. It's upsetting. Oh my gosh, there's a nurse there being weird. Get over here. Get got. Oh. How's the poll doing, by the way? I haven't checked in a second. We have a poll running right now for regarding what's more exciting to people, the remake Silent Hill 1 or the brand new Silent Hill Townfall. Potatoes, rotten rice, rotten bread, rotten meat, rotten. Patient broke a whole cart of dinner plates. We will name the price Monday. All will be served what they deserve. That's that's a crazy sign. I thought for sure there was gonna be a mannequin. I know there's one in this room. And by I know, I mean I fear. I fear there's one in this room. All this cabinets to check when everything's wrapped up in tarps. Hey! Who would? No one would. They can't. I'm unscarable. It's unconceivable that I could be befrighted of nothing. Who made that sound? I'm not scared. I'm just taking a tactical step back to survey the surroundings. Who is making that sound? It sounds like it's above me. Oh, that's a... I never noticed that the ceiling in here is actually just a void. Hate that. Who's doing that? Who's there? Get out of there. Rawr. Who's there? Oh, hey, friend. Oh, well, okay, let me just miss my shot, and then let me miss my shot. Let me miss every opportunity. Shimmy Christmas. Oh my gosh. I swear I'm good at this game. I have beat it before, I promise. I have a chainsaw to prove it. I didn't even have to ask my older brother to take the control for the boss fights. Well, since I've only seen like one thing about Townfall, and I think about it, I just picture that guy from Final Fantasy 13. Also, I should actually look at the trailer. I was gonna say, I'm actually planning, probably towards the end of the stream, depending on how the dice fall, I do want to watch the trailer as a way to like finish off the stream tonight. So for anyone interested in that, stay to the end. I want to check out what... I don't think there's a trailer yet for the Silent Hill 1 remake, right? That's just been like announced in like a general sense that they're working on it. Get shot in the butt. Perish for your mistakes. That's definitely the stratagem, though. And I think we talked about this last time. Is you just, like, shoot them a couple of times to stun lock them. Then you hit them with a chainsaw. And for people who are real pros of this game, as you notice I am, what you actually want to do, just for added drama and to increase the watchability of the stream, is you want to whiff every shot you take and then miss your first 2 chainsaw swings in order to heighten the tension in the audience and make them think that you're an incompetent noob. That helps you make a good stream. Man, I don't want to. Actually, that's not even that deep a hole. Key of Bliss. Yeah, okay. I'll buy that for $1. I mean, this is probably a fairly well-known thing for folks, but back like in the 60s and earlier, lobotomies were all the rage at psychiatric hospitals. not because they really like made patients, not because like they really like made people better, but they made patients more docile, because you're basically deactivating the brain, and then they become much easier to manage. And so with like particularly like aggressive or difficult patients, you just lobotomize them, and they'd either die or you'd make them partially a vegetable, and you'd fix your problems. It was a win-win. Of course, a real and proper lobotomy procedure by like a qualified individual, you know, could cost money and required like specialized equipment and all that. And so sometimes they would just like, there was a guy going around the country back in the 60s, can't remember what his name was, but he would just do lobotomies out of his van for like $60 a person, and he just used an ice pick and a hammer. And there was just a spot like right in like the occipital lobe, like right behind like the eye. And if you like just kind of, you know, shove the pick right in like above the eyeball and just like kind of tap the certain spot in the brain just right, you successfully lobotomize a guy for super cheap. And sometimes you accidentally blind them, or sometimes you accidentally kill them, but either way, it would only cost $60, so pretty sweet. By the way, this is not correct. You don't just forcibly tap the pick directly into the eye. You have to finesse it. Because if it at least looks like you're trying to finesse it, you look more like a medical-y person. What was that key for? Wait. I don't like that everything's bloody. Key decorator lapis lazuli. It was hidden inside the medical dummy. Oh, I think that's just like a key I just have to go use on the box now. Like, I think that's like the item I get from here is specifically a key. I don't think enemies respawn. They probably... Who wouldn't? No. I'll shoot anyone, even myself. I'm a loose cannon. Cop on the edge. Okay. Why was that sound? Okay. Oh, because I went in there and then I came out there. That's crazy. Is that accurate? Wait, how did I... Oh, that's... Okay. Huh. Confuzzling. But I have a key. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This one. Excellent. What is that opening, by the way? Oh, it's opening the box. I can't remember what's in the box, though. That's fine. I'm gonna go in and save. Well, it says, aren't you the older brother? I am technically the oldest in my family. So, if I got stuck in a video game, what I had to do is I had to go to my uncle. And I'd be like, Uncle, this game is tough. Play it for me. And he'd be like, shut up, small nephew. I'm busy. And I'd be like, dang it. So, I had to get good at video games all on my own. I had no one to rely upon. Although I will say my sister was absolutely cracked at Crash Bandicoot 3 for whatever reason. Like, not like the Crash Bandicoot games in general, but like Crash Bandicoot 3, she had that game on lock. And I guess Sims 2 and Animal Crossing, but those aren't really necessarily like skill challenge games. Those are just other games you play. Yeah, so I got stuck in Crash Bandicoot 3. She actually could help me. You know, it was pretty cool. It's one of the rare occasions where I could get along with my sister, and she wasn't just being meanie. 'Cause I was always nice. I was a good older brother, and she was rude to me for no reason, if you can believe it. I never did nothing, but she would still choose violence. Okay. No, don't make sounds as I get down here. Okay, I forget that that one's actually invincible for some reason. It just likes to show off that it exists, just so you can be nervous. Because I think, like, you see that, then you're not going to see any other enemy. No. I saw that leg. There's a mannequin in here. There's a Kina man. Oh, I don't like that my flashlight's not bright enough to pierce the veil. That's weird. There's a hole, but there's also a ceiling. I'm not crazy. I saw a mannequin leg. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy! Problem is that I see too good. I see so good that sometimes I see things that aren't even there. Yeah, I think that's like the gimmick of this whole section, if I remember, is that I will constantly see enemies in the distance, but I'm never going to quite catch up to them for like the first little bit. It's going to be just like weirdly empty for a while. But like then eventually it's just going to be enemies galore. Fetch this. Fetch. This is where we saw the nurse, by the way. Hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna open this up just so I can have a shortcut back over to the other section here. Cool, so now I can come in and out of this area easily now, which is good for us. That's what happens. I think once I open up that wall and go into that area, that's like when enemies start spawning in. I think it's like eerily quiet until then, if I remember right. And I might not remember right. Who's there? Don't you grunt at me, James. By the way, how is the audio and sound? I probably should have asked this a while ago. I assume it must be at least passable because nobody said that they can't see or hear the game. Okay, I don't want to touch the clock. I think if I touch the clock, something... At some point, there's something I touch and then all the heckies come loose upon us. Oh, I gotta touch. I gotta touch things. Against my will, I must touch. Okay. I think we're smashing first. Ooh. I missed you. Hello. Yeah, so there's weird stuff going on. Oh yeah, so there's like a code. Watch it go dark. Yeah, so it flashes twice. There's 5 pills. And then we don't know what time it is.
Huh.
1 year they've been watching me. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. So that's the code I will need for one of the combinations. I can't remember which one needs it, but... Oh. I didn't even notice I got some random spammer over on Twitch. Thanks whoever set up the smart mod and fixed that. So it's like 2 and 5, 1 year. And then, yeah, once I bong the clock, I think is when I... Yeah, I think bonging the clock summons the devils. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Is it just the 2? For some reason in my panic memory, I remember there being thousands. Can I... Thank you. I just feel a little bit better if I can make sure they're extra dead, you know? Was it just 2? Doesn't seem right, Mr. Krabs. Where's there? So it's 2, 5. There's 2 flashes, 5 pills, 2 on the clock, and then 1 year. There's definitely something else still alive. Have a gun. I'm a little hesitant to use. Who's there? No, I shot you so many times! Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh. Ah! It's fine. Everything's under control. They wouldn't put 2 mannequins here. So I wasn't crazy. I did remember a mannequin being in this room. I just was wrong about the time when it appears. Wait, didn't I? Oh, it's right. I jumped down into the... Okay, it's like, it's a dead end now. What do I do? I think this section is basically always free of enemies, which is pretty pog. Let's try this one first. So it's 1, 5, 2, 2. Nope. One, 5. Aha. Nope. Alright, I guess I need to read the note and see what the clue was. Okay, so 1522. 1522. 1522. Oh, it's for that thing. Okay, so it was for this. I've got a 1522. Uh-oh. Maybe I miscounted the number of pills. And I hate that I have to come back this way. I don't think they spawn new enemies. They might spawn new enemies. I suddenly have a fear of... Actually, I think the number of flashes might change after you bong. Hey, there's 6 pills. Guess who knows how to count real good? Two. It's 6 pills, guys. Which I feel like 6 doesn't really quantify as so many. But I don't know. Maybe if I had to take 6 pills every day, I'd start feeling like that's way too many pills. We're so good at this game. Okay, so I just have to do... I remember this section real good. This section hates... I think in some ways this might be like the most... Oh. Hi, friend. You wanna open that up for me? Okay. Yep. That's a dark nurse if I ever saw one. I think this section might be the most straightforward, in that I really do just have to kind of get through it. But it might be the one that does have the most enemies. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think she's probably dead. Oh my gosh. I super hate the hospital. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess they're all occupied. Who's there? No one would be. Oh, I guess he's waving this over there. You're still dead? Good. You weren't there a second ago, I'm pretty sure. Get shot at. Yeah, just cut off her head. Oh, no. That'd be sick. I mean, for all the body horror this game has, it does not have a lot of, like, limb chopping. Now that I think about it, I don't know that there's a lot of... I can't think of, like, any Japanese games, like, horror or otherwise, that do, like, the whole, like, dismemberment thing. Like, I feel like there are quite a few, like, American-made games that love doing that. But I don't know. Maybe actually maybe the Resident Evils do that. I think that's the thing where you can like shoot the legs off of zombies to slow them down. Could be wrong. Thank you for the gift of ammo. Stop posing, James. We got ammo to get. I want it. Ah! Ooh! Above? Am I the Gucci? I don't like that. I don't know what that's about, but I don't like it. That's just there. It's just there to be a problem. Hey, who is slapping together like just like a bunch of like raw steaks? Ugh. Oh, is that the director's office? Yeah. I bet the director's office is nice and safe now. It's probably super chill in there. Key? Oh, F me. Oh, there's a thing I can break here. I thought I was gonna have to like walk backwards and get re-terrified of new terrors. God, I don't want to go in there, guys. Who's there? Identify yourself! Ah, you're gross! Oh, I don't like that you ran. Huh? He's only part. Oh my gosh! Oh, good. Can I? Oh, I'm gonna die. Gosh, okay, it's fine. Everything's under control. Wow. Didn't like none of what happened there. I'm just gonna stab the nurse a couple extra times. Isn't there a... Oh, there's definitely a mannequin. I can smell it. Smells like way too much ankle and not enough foot. Okay. It's fine. My smeller must be wrong. I mean, we can all basically agree, though, that the worst enemy in the remake is the mannequin, right? Like pretty, like, unanimously, I think we're all okay with that being the call. On account of it's just terrible. Okay, because now I can take this other cart and push it over there. By the way, while we're pushing a cart, if you have not yet taken a chance to like the video on YouTube, take this as an opportunity to like the video on YouTube. It makes me feel brave. There, it was slightly off. I'm sorry, game. I don't want to go down there. Okay, even James is like, no thanks. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to save. I haven't saved in a second. Again, it's probably fine. I did have a bit of a close call there with that nurse just mogging on me while I was dancing around the acid puddle. Just a bad time all around. Man, I don't want to go in there. Just stop, James, please. I know I keep saying I don't want to go in there, but you have to... Okay, there we go. How do they dodge so good? They're incredible. Stop. How do I keep missing? It's a big effing... Oh, stop. It's such a big chainsaw. How do they dodge and weave? It's incredible. There we go. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. I just want to make sure each one gets chainsawed enough times, you know? God, that was ridiculous. That was unbelievable what just happened. Complete shambles. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you, ho. Fuse. To be made a mockery of. I am the danger. Okay, it's fine. It's pretty much like from the Nightmare Hospital onwards, my heart rate never slows down. He's there again, looking, staring. He says he'll drag me there. I don't want to. I won't let him take me. I'm sure that'll be fine. Yeah, because like this area sucks. Sucks. Bad sucks. And then, oh, it's that stupid thing. And then it's also, what is the next area after this also is like probably even worse. What does... No one knows. Cool. So... Why is there a thump-a-lump in here? Whose heartbeat is here? Oh, hey, I almost freaking missed the actual thing I need. Director's office. Cool. We love going to the director's office. It's our favorite. I don't think anything new spawns in. But I never really want to take that as an absolute fact, you know? Oh, that's right. I forgot the director has an escape hatch now. Oh, this is a fun tape. That one's a banger. That one's gonna chart for sure. Oh my gosh, this guy's got loot for days. Give me these goodies. I need them more than you. You're already dead or whatever. just a small closet now. Okay. There'll be no pain anymore. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Oh yeah. That's normal. Oh, isn't this the room that I got locked in before that was full of bad? Hey! I didn't expect that open. Oh, just... Why can't anything ever just work the first time I go to touch it? I found 0050 in the ECT room again. This time I checked, he was not appointed for the treatment. How is it possible he got there all by himself? And how would he know how to turn this thing on? Somebody's going to answer for this. So close, it will happen. Has to. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Oh! Oh my gosh. I think this is also the longest one to do. I'm remembering now. Because there's like this whole like upstairs section we have to do as well. No. I'll shoot. I don't care if you're a zombie or a grandma. I'll do it. Who's there? Ah! Jiminy Johns. Okay. Where's your head? I'm gonna slice and dice. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Hold on. I don't even know if anybody wants this, but I just realized chat has not been on screen the whole time. If people... Actually, do people care if chat's on screen? Like, really the only... The main downside is that, like, YouTube and Twitch chat can't see each other if it's not there. But, I mean, does YouTube and Twitch even like each other? Aren't they, like, enemies? Who's there? I will shoot you and everyone you cared for. Platoon says you work the job. Platoon, I am the goodest job, I'll have you know. You know how I know that? Because... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Fetch. Anyway, I'm the super good job. Because if I wasn't, then you wouldn't be watching. Like, I'm clearly the very best thing that exists right now, because otherwise you would be watching something else. So, checkmate. Who's there? Stop. Don't be a twitchy in the corner. Because it's from a mod's perspective, it makes it easier. What does that even mean? Oh, sure, so you can, like, see what's happening on the Twitchers. Fine. I mean, everybody knows I do spoil my mods. I make life way too easy for them. So, I'm a kind and beneficent streamer like that. No one could argue against that. Oh, this place has gone to bad. Why are there so many paths to take? Fetch. I mean, I guess it's not really so many because they all kind of just like go the same way. It's just kind of like a false sense of choice. thank you for ammo. Who's in here? I know someone is. Me is in here. Ah, thank you for the juice. Oh, I don't want to go in the naughty hole. I'm gonna do it. There's no reason for me to do it, but I will. Because I love making regrettable decisions. Hey, a note. I won't rest until they are solved. I won't rest. I can't rest. I don't know how anymore. That's real. All things considered, this is one of the cleaner toilets we've seen recently. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Honestly, better than some gas station toilets I've seen. I'm going the wrong way. Forgive me. There we go. Okay. Who's there? I'll murder everyone. I don't even care. 9653. Maybe. 9659 apparently. I'll trust James' handwriting more than whatever that is. I think there's a chance that enemies have respawned that I have to run through now. That is a distinct possibility. I don't even know what the quickest way back is at this point. Fetch. What are you about, ominous hole? What are you doing here? I don't trust you. Because you're not even a hole on this side. How is that possible? I don't like it. I don't trust mystery holes. I'll say it. I don't care if it's controversial. Oh, that section's long. Don't do dangle chains. I'm just gonna save. I wonder if Maria died yet. I've not seen her for like 2 hours. Like, in-game and in real life. She'll probably be fine. 9569. Perfect. What was the code? $9659. I think I said that, unless I didn't. Okay. 9659. I think I might have done the reverse of that or something. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's the point? What even... Oh. What even makes James decide... I mean, I guess it's just general video game logic. Isn't that kind of like what the Louise box was, too? Like, it's like tons of work to get in there, but all there is like a piece of string. Oh, I wouldn't... Oh, I don't know about that, James. I don't think you really just want to yoink stuff out of ladies' mouths. -1 button. Great. Oh, at least I'll find Maria. Oh, good, there's a note. She is an angel. No one knows No one knows, only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins, she devours them. Sin and sinner alike, she saves me. She is an angel. That's, oh. And I guess those areas are done now. Which really, I'm okay with that. Oh, they closed off that way, too. Well, that's, well, I guess I know which way I'm going. Down to hell.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another exciting edition of Trick or Treat, where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond your wildest dreams. Or you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James,
Cool.
Are you ready to play Trick or Treat? Excellent. Here's your first question.
I can't believe this is in the original, too.
1800s, a terrible disease spread across Silent Hill, resulting in the death of many of its inhabitants. Their bodies thrown into the lake to sleep forever in their watery grave.
These are different
How
questions.
many souls were lost during the plague? 1, 42, 2, 67, 3, 85. Know the answer? Well, you better hold on to it. You
Have we seen a
never know when
single
it might
note?
come in handy. Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town. One and only one road will take you towards the lumberyard and the cemetery. What is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Munson Street. 3. Wiltsey Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third and final question, Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped in the pieces with an axe.
Long elevator.
Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. One of the victims was a local boy named Billy Loquet. But what was the name of the other victim? Billy's sister. 1. Miriam. 2. Heather. 3. Julia. Well,
There's Julia.
that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? If so, fantastic. The time will soon come to collect your prizes. But be careful. If you're wrong, well, looks like that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. See you somewhere, sometime, in sickness or in health. Bye-bye.
Those are completely different questions. And I don't even know.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's a fair reaction, James. Have we had any chance to see answers for any of that information, or is that like expecting you to have played like Homecoming and Downpour or something? At least for the plague in the 1800s, like I don't recall any mention of a plague. And I've played all 4 of the main games at this point. I don't remember there being any kind of a plague ever. Oh, good. Oh, I love to see it. God, I love it so much. The walls will ooze green slime! Oh no! The hash-slinging slasher is near. I was kidding. Don't slash my hash. Ah! You had it coming. Just want to be clear. There's that time of the stream once again where we make a PTA. Wait. What's the a CPA? Wait, what's the a public safety PSA, public safety announcement. Do not chainsaw nurses unless you know they are a threat to your life. I smell danger. I smell something that has no toes and must scream. Oh, it's definitely in here. Shh. Just let it happen. Oh my gosh, where are you? There's definitely a mannequin. I don't like that sound. I'm gonna deal with that later. Boy, there's a lot of problems down here. I guess this direction is more of a dead end, so let's go this way first. There's definitely something, because James keeps pulling his piece out. Like he's Ricky James. Who's the... Jesse James. Ricky James is a completely different person who probably did not pull guns out a lot on people. If I had to guess. Who's there? Stop making sounds. You're freaking me out. Who's there? It's a bug. Guys, I figured out what the mystery was. Also, don't try to shoot bugs. It never works. But it does always make me think of the scene in Toys with Robin Williams. And if you've not seen Toys, it's probably the most surreal movie I've ever seen, and it is very fun. I knew it! I could smell something that had no toes. It offended my nose. Okay. Anyway, there's a scene in Toys where one of, like, the antagonist guys is, like, being, like, bothered by a fly in his office. And he finally just, like, pulls out his, like, he's, at first he's trying to swat with a fly swatter, and finally he just gives up and pulls out a pistol instead and starts trying to shoot the fly. And, it just escalates. If there's one way to describe the movie Toys in general, it's things escalate. Like, however crazy you think that movie's gonna go, it gets so much more nuts. Oh. I don't like the way the new stuff just kind of melts into the ooze. That's definitely something you could dunk a turtle into and get something crazy out of it. Anyway, I think this is all just a dead end now. There's basically just goodies and a jump scare, which I mean sums up most dead ends in this game. To be fair, just a dead end with a jump scare. Sometimes a goodie if you're lucky. Actually, I will say the game is at least kind enough that I would say, like 95% of the time, there is at least a reward to compensate you. I think there's been a couple of times where I think there's a jump scare that actually has no like item at the end of the road. It's just a monster, just to ruin your day. But for the most part, that's not what happens. The game's at least nice enough to reward you for your being adventurous, which I appreciate. I think if the game just very consistently punished you for being curious, that would create a very different way of people playing the game. It was like more often than not, it was just a scare with nothing good. People would stop wanting that. Okay. I see you there. Get out of there. Oh, I didn't see you. There was two of yous. Was it just the one? I feel like that came from a slightly different angle. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, all this is to say you should go watch Toys. Just finish whatever you're doing right now. It's not as cool as Toys. Then if you want to watch more toy-related shenanigans that are really trippy and surreal, but ostensibly a family film, you can also watch Babe in Toy... Was it Babe in Toyland? Is another... I always think of that one as a Christmas movie, but I don't know if it's actually a Christmas movie. It's just like another like very surreal film that I remember as being like vaguely terrifying when I was a kid, but I don't think it's actually scary in any way. This is better than watching you. I will say that even with as big of an ego as I have, I will concede that Robin Williams is slightly funnier than me. And probably a better actor. Who's making sounds? Also, hi, Lunar. How are you doing? Gosh. Hey! Stop! Just... Who's there? What is going on? It's making crazy sounds like it's gonna attack me in a second. Gosh dang, let me open this drawer. Stop! I knew it! You're there! No! You were waiting for me to open that drawer, you a-hole. Gosh dang it. Oh, my throat can't scream. It hurts. Hold on, I need to get a swig of water. Grape flavored. Winter says, not bad, just been insanely busy lately. That's understandable. Hatun says, SHU, they are there to attack you. Hatun, the way you say it, you make it sound like it's my fault. Like, none of this would have happened if James just hadn't come into town. Sunderland is coming to town. Sunderland is coming to town. Anyway. I'm gonna make a Silent Hill themed Christmas song now. I'm already thinking of the lyrics in my head. Then I'm gonna get AI to sing it, and you guys are gonna hate it so much. Is that an item up there? No. She says, I wonder. Anyway. Just like, I'm guessing, Lunar, you've probably just been busy, like, with work? Or, like, personal projects. I also don't feel like you need to answer. Just fun to chat whenever you can. Since the tune just says mean things to me. Oh my gosh. Lala's like 20-80 for like 20% nice things, 80% very rude things that hurt me. That hurt me deeply. Get over here. The big thing guns are good for is to just bring the enemy to you. I've learned that for the most part, you don't really want to go chasing enemies. Similarly to waterfalls, you kind of just like want to stick to the holes and caverns you're used to. Like, you want the enemies to come to you, because then you have at least bit more control of the situation. There is definitely a mannequin in here. At least there used to be. Maybe there isn't anymore. Oh, I hate it when they change things. That was the worst thing when, in like replaying Silent Hill F so many times, was that the enemy placement was never quite the same, even after like 6 playthroughs, which super sucks because like you keep thinking you're. I feel like the enemy placement has been generally the same in this playthrough. Granted, it's been like a year since the last time I played, so I can't like say definitively that's what's the case. Oh my gosh. I hate those jumps because, oh wow, James, you really could have whiffed that jump. Wow, I would have. Yeah, I would not have jumped out that window like that knowing there's the chasm of infinity a couple inches to the side. I would have been a bit more careful in my methodology there, but I guess that's why I'm not the horror protagonist. Lunar says, work, I wish I had time on my other projects. That, I feel that. Sometimes the necessary things get in the way of the stuff we want to do. I've been dealing with that a lot recently. Like, my job has also become quite busy of recent. But it's what it is. Do I want to? Oh, I definitely wanted to. I needed that. Ah! Fetch!
James.
Mary. Oh.
Shoot her! Shoot her
Maria,
four more times. Wow, that's so rude, by the way.
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Jeepers.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life.
Oh, just wait for 10 minutes, Mary.
All you care
Maria.
about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me.
Don't worry, Maria. I will take care of you so well until I don't. And then I'll never have to take care of you again from that point on.
So what about Laura? You found her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
What? Well, we have to find her.
Yeah, you really seem to care about that girl. Do you know her?
I'd never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone and... I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
I mean, I don't...
Let's go look for her.
I don't feel that it's, like, unusual for Maria to care about Lara. Like, I think if you were in this kind of scenario, and you also, like, and you knew there's, like, a kid running around all by themselves, like, even if it's, like, not your kid and, like, no relation at all, I feel like you'd have some concerns. I feel like that's just, like, a generally, like, normal human reaction. Because I think most people have a vested interest in children not being in danger. Which is part of how things are able to function, you know? She probably opens the doors. Or something, because I bet those are locked if you try to leave without the ring. There's this 2 or 3 times a year I get into a crunch where work feels like it's almost 24/7 for a couple of weeks. This time it's been a month and a half. Oof. Is it starting to slow down again, or are you still mid-crunch? That sucks. James could have shut that ish down with an, yeah, that's why I'm here, random lady that looks like my dead wife. I mean... Why are you still taking so long? It is one of those things where, like, I can definitely see Maria's perspective of, like... This guy is here looking for somebody that died, which is weird. But, I mean, I guess with, like, all the other bizarreness, that's not even, like, the craziest thing, all things considered. Like, But it definitely would feel kind of... be like, I'm actually alive, you know, so maybe help me, please. Although, I don't know. Okay, go over there, I guess. I would, like, if I was in a survival situation where, like, I was having to, like, really lean on, like, somebody else to help me keep alive.
What the hell is that?
Well, what do you know? A stroll in the rain. How romantic.
Maria. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to keep things light, James. Just humor me, okay?
She's had a long day, to be fair.
Sorry.
Also, yeah, this is the first floor. That means there's either a chasm of holes all the way up to through the roof, or this is like the sewer lines backing up and leaking all out of the ceiling. So I think out of those two options, it is nicer to believe it's raining and not that you're being just pelted with sewer water. So, fair enough. Wow, this pool sucks. I'd give this pool 1 star. Way too deep. Don't run, Maria. You're gonna... Pictures! They mustn't know. I don't want to know what that bedsheet is stained with. I must not know. Still going, no end in sight right now, says Lunar. Shoof. Well, guess, good luck. And, hopefully the end comes, like, in a positive way, not like in a nihilistic way, I guess. I don't think I encounter any enemies for a little bit now that Maria's with me. I think. I could be wrong. Oh, it's the fridge. Everyone's favorite fridge.
Is that what I think it is?
Luckily, I got a big, strong girl to help me open it. Bye, fridge. Oh, I can just actually say goodbye to the fridge. Well, alright, fine. Just glad I found time to watch your stream. Yeah, Lunar, anytime you're able to stop by is really cool. You can always, you know, be welcome.
Having trouble there?
Yeah. You think you could give me a hand?
Me? You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help?
Again, I didn't finish this thought earlier, but,
Fine.
if I was being dependent on somebody else to help me stay alive, I would, make an effort to stay on good terms with them. Like, it doesn't mean you have to, like, completely bend to their whims, but, like, you know, don't, like, openly antagonize the person, at least. Especially the person who is under a lot of duress and possibly
Not very
crazy
cute,
as enough
is
as it is.
Here, why don't you take it?
Thanks.
I still want to get, like, a little gif of that sequence of James's deadpan thanks. It's like my favorite thanks in all of video games.
Where to now?
Come on. I think I know where those rings belong.
I always know. I'm the James. James is the knower. The patients will become the diagnosis scheduled for them when they'll... Hold on, let me... Wait. The patients will become the diagnosis scheduled for them when they'll make recovery, as my aim is always for the entire personnel, especially when their symptoms will become receding with effective treatment. Disassociated notice is crazy. Okay. Freaking yikes. Sorry, I had a, that like broke me for a second because I thought I was like, oh, is this my dyslexia or is this the game effing with me? And sometimes it's just you're just not sure, you know. Whoa! Hi, Maria. Can I please save? Thank you. And I have saved in the Brookhaven Hospital a lot. This hospital is by far the biggest section of the game. I don't think I'm crazy in saying that, right? Because like we were like 2 hours like in the normal section, and it's been like almost 3 hours of the nightmare version. I guess 2.5 hours in the nightmare version. Like that is, oh hey, that is excessive, right? Like I'm not out of whack on that. Not having like a whack attack, Mac. Oh no. Question. What do we think the answer is? I'll take any advice because I have no clue. Also, I'm gonna. Ooh, my goodness. Where's my mouse? Ah, my goodness! I sense mean comments coming from somebody. I'm gonna deal with that in a second. 6 votes. Silent Hill 1 Remake has a slight advantage so far. Probably like 4 votes for that and 2 for the other. Fair enough. Make sure to make your votes now, folks. You too can pretend to make a difference. Does that mean you're always out of whack? Not just, I'm never out of whack. I am what they call exactly in line with the whack. Whatever the whack is, I am exactly on top of it. I'm just gonna guess. I think question 3 is 2. I'm gonna say 2, 1, 3. I don't think that was the answer. Well. Anyway. We'll just say that's Lawless' fault for not helping in time. So, Maria, you, come to this nightmare often? It's weird that we exit from the second floor, now that I think about it. But then again, that's maybe not the weirdest thing that's going on today, so we'll just let that slide. I could save again, but I did just...
Is that?
Look, it's a box. Don't ask what's inside the box. You'll be disappointed. Probably the worst plot twist in cinema history.
James?
What's wrong?
Let's just get out of here, okay?
Oh, don't you even worry. We're gonna get out of here so good. We're gonna live for 84 more years. We're gonna grow old and have so many babies. Not together, because I can't stand you, but you can...
What's wrong?
Find some other desperate guy to have babies with. And I'll get married to my dead wife, and we'll have zombie babies.
Something doesn't feel right.
Come on. It's gonna be fine.
It's a weird thumb. James lied as naturally as he breathed. I would love if just like right behind the door like was Pyramid Head. That would have been such a good like classic like jump scare. Like practically just like a Scooby-Doo scare. Been so good. Oh well. Well. We're in the thick of it now, Miguel. Notes! It is done. Sick no more. Maria, good news. Everyone's all better. They solved sickness. I'm gonna save. It gives me the opportunity. I'm gonna take it. I saved a lot in the hospital. Jiminy Johns. We're officially... Uh-oh. Maria? Maria? Maria. Maria? Come on. I found the infinity stairs. You love oh, they're not infinity, actually. Maria, you are like, I don't want to criticize you. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm going to refrain because I'd be rude. Because you are taking your sweet little time, and there would be problems. Maria, where are you going?
Run!
Come on, Maria. She's got some hustle in her bustle this time. Oh, good. Oh my gosh! I forgot that they make this a little bit more, freaking Uncharted in this sequence. I think he just busts through the wall, doesn't he? Yeah, he does! I remembered that. I remembered that real good because it scared me the last time, and it scared me again because I knew it was coming, and it scared me more somehow because I knew.
There! An elevator!
How is she behind me now?
Come on, hurry!
Ooh. She's not going to be in Rush Hour 3. That's unfortunate. It is... Just as a side note, now that we've played the OG, it's interesting that that sequence plays out exactly the same as the original, essentially. Like, with all the other ways they've kind of, like, twisted and shook up the different moments, it's interesting they kept that scene basically the same. I mean, it's a good sequence. And it's a problem. Oh, now they're playing the sad James music. Man, I came here with Maria, and she yelled at me. I opened that drawer with Maria, and she criticized me. I drank health juice with Maria. Ooh, that was weird. I remember Maria used to glitch out like that too. Man. The potential for this illness exists in all people, and under the right circumstances, any man or woman would be driven, like him, to the other side. The other side perhaps may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there is no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. This is the Twilight Zone. Some say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, not a philosopher or even a psychiatrist, unlike the director. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us, his imaginings are nothing but the invention of a busy mind. But to him, there simply is no other reality. Furthermore, he is happy there. So why, I ask myself, why in the name of healing him must we drag him painfully into the world of our own reality? It's a good quote. Or like a really interesting idea. And I have a thought that I want to share once we finish this cutscene. God, her running form is terrible. We need to find her just to correct her on that. She's never going to make it in the track team. She's going to drop out in the first round of tryouts. Oh, I'm a little bit more sad now because I'm minus a Maria that I used to have. But anyway, I was just going to say that quote about how about that idea of like, you know, if somebody is like, you know, quote unquote, like they're crazy and they're living like in a fantasy world kind of thing, but they're happy there. Like, is it really right to bring them back out of it? Kind of stuff. It's a really interesting idea. And one of my favorite books, probably definitely a top 10, maybe a top 5, it's a Ray Bradbury book called A Graveyard for Lunatics. And that's one of the... It's not like the main thesis of the book, but like one of like the side things that the main character kind of ponders at one point is that kind of same idea. Is like, you know, if somebody like goes crazy as a way to deal, like, is that really the wrong way to do it, kind of stuff. And by the way, oh my gosh, Graveyard for Lunatics. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. I'm just stop. Just die and explode for all of your sins. Thank you. If you're looking for a really different kind of book to read, it's a fun one. It's very, very loosely the Phantom of the Opera retold with the backdrop of like 1950s like silver star era Hollywood. It's a really cool book. I like it a lot. And for some reason it's one of those like Ray Bradbury books like nobody really talks about. Like everybody always talks about like Fahrenheit 451's like probably his most famous one. Then like The Martian Chronicles is really good. There's also, I like his short story collections, like Dandelion Wine is really good, and October Country. October Country is very good. It's like a collection of like kind of loosely horror stories that he wrote. But Graveyard for Lunatics is my favorite, like far and away. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, no, there's not. There's some stuff there. Anyway, oh, it's just a dead bug. It is dork, my guys, by the way. I don't know if you else noticed, but it is dork. Who is being a bug? Who's here? Who's bugging? Something... Oh my gosh! Don't make ominous whoops. What set off my chainsaw senses? I keep... There you are. No. Where? Am I... I knew it! Golly, I felt like I was going crazy. Just hearing the sounds of bug. But no bug is there. Just going to lose my mind. Heckin' darn. Okay. Sorry for swearing. Ah! Fetch! I saw that like a little too late. Anyway. That's my PSA for the day is read more books. And read books I like, and then I'll think you're cool. That's my story. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, nothing in there. Oh, it is raining, my guys. Man, Maria loved going for a stroll in the rain. Man, Maria loved chainsawing nurses. Just everything reminds me of her, you know? You don't know what you had until it's gone. And you just really realize you dodged a bullet. Man, that guy could have sworded me instead of her. There's another bug nearby. Getting tired of these bugs. There you are. Oh, you get over here. So tired of all these. So tired of all these gosh darn snakes on this gosh darn town. Or bugs, actually, I guess. Hey, wow, where's the camera at? Alright. That was, tough but fair. Where's the bug? I know there's a bug here. I smell it. Just for good measure. There's definitely a bug nearby. Where? You. You're so quick. Whatever. Okay, I missed. Oh, the crawly guys are always explodey types now. I don't like that. Ow! Why did I touch the explodey juice? Shh. I hate everything. Oh my gosh! No, you... Oh, how did... What did... Oh, there's so many in here! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's fine. What is that sound? Why does that sound happen sometimes? I wish my QA team was as good at sniffing out bugs as you are. Look, I have a skill. What can I say? Yes. Okay. You're gonna die so many times. Okay. Thank you. Cool. I really thought there was like a way to kick... What happened to you? You exploded midair. That's crazy. I really thought there was like a way to kick enemies. I must be like imagining things. I didn't realize we're like a full 6 hours into this game. Actually, closer to 10 hours, I think. And I just had the thought, like, didn't I used to be able to kick things? That might have been a different Silent Hill, though. In all farness. There's a small... Who? Why? Why would you make a scary sound? It's not okay. If you're a monster, you have to come out right now. I won't. I won't. I will. I won't be scared, and I will be shooting. No, I will! I won't. I... Ow, well, okay. I love how I whip every opportunity given to me. There's a bug out here somewhere. Setting off my enemy detector. For sure. Stupid bugs. Where's... I hear you. Are you on this? I hear you. Where is it? You. Not put up with this. I thought that lamp. There was an enemy. Oh my gosh, my senses were right, but they were also wrong. Because something about like looking at that lamp made me want to shoot, but I didn't realize it was what was under the lamp. You ever have that? Like you're looking at a scene and like you know there's something wrong with the scene, but you don't know what it is exactly. I had one of those moments where like I was... Really, James? I just realized you can also you can cancel out of like the chainsaw animation by like pulling out your gun. Like if you're ever like if he's ever like doing like a weird pose you don't want him to be doing, you can like whip out your gun real quick and that fixes it. Stop with that sound. Stop with the wubs. There's nothing to wub at. Oh my gosh! That doesn't really make sense, but okay. I guess I can't go backwards. I remember the save room very well, because I think we ended a stream once at this spot. But this time we have time. All the time. By all the time, I mean we still got like an hour left. Yeah, I remember this area very well.
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
I was almost quick enough. I could have taken her out. At least shot her in the leg or something to slow her down. I thought that was a mannequin. I think that might be a mannequin. I think that might be a nurse. My professional opinion. Looks kind of nursey. Well, okay, that's not quite right. I think it might be a bug somewhere around here. Unless there's just more... Let me just make sure you're dead. Hey there. I thought there was at least one more enemy around here. God, I hate the way they sneak those things into like every little space they can be. Oh my gosh, okay. There's at least one more problem. Maybe not? Oh hey, it's the Heaven's Night place. It is not looking so good. I liked it a lot better when it's still daytime. Should I get what I want? I'm only the protagonist. Hey there. I will say something that I'm not a huge fan of is like how much more prevalent nurses become Like, if I remember right, like, I don't think you really see nurses outside of the hospital in the original. Which kind of feels more accurate. But I guess, like, the problem is, like, there really aren't, like, too many other, like, threatening... There's ammo right there, okay. Different. Still got plenty of ammo. Automod held a message. Oh, yeah, over on Twitch. That's fine. That's a message that nobody needs. So that is good job. You die! There's a bug. Bug! Bug! I got it. Man, I would be so good at doing QA testing. Lunar's right. Every company should hire me to test their stuff. Not because I know how to fix the bugs, but I can certainly find them. And probably cause them. Bug! There we go. Oh, hey, there was something there. I just kind of like smash stuff out of principle. I don't even really expect to find things most of the time. I just feel like I'm duty-bound to smash. You know, sometimes you just feel like your noble cause that you're contributing to society. That's what mine is. There. I think I shot between your legs. There's a bug! There's something else in here. Something else is in here for sure. I think you're dead for now. Oh, hey. I think you're not an explodey one, which is a freaking gift. God, it's so rare to see something that doesn't want to explode and turn into acid goo all over me. I'm really glad that I learned how to quick drop the chainsaw, because listening to the chainsaw sound is kind of my least favorite part of the chainsaw, because it's just very loud and obnoxious. And I guess that's supposed to maybe be part of the drawback, I suppose, is like it kind of covers up the sounds of anything else that might be nearby. Which I'm sure is intentional. There's definitely a mannequin in here. I smell something that's all leg and no foot. Truly an abomination not meant for this world. Oh my gosh! I was kidding! Go, fetch. I looked under every table but the one it was under. Oh. Cool story, bro. Well, I guess I don't want to go in there. Everything's chill. Everything's fantastic. Everything is so Gouda. I love my quiet town of Silent Hill. Why do I hear the sounds of the drums? Who is there? I got your foot. But I... No. Who's there? Everything's under control, guys. Don't even worry. I'm what they call a specialist. Yo, who is more equipped for dealing with nightmare scenarios? James Sunderland or Leon Kennedy? So I'm just saying, Leon doesn't have a chainsaw. So, I think that gives our boy Jaime a bit of an advantage. I'm gonna run towards the gap. I knew there was something here. Smelled it. Okay. Is there even a reason to come over here? This might... Oh, no, there was something. Cool. Shotgun shells, even. A gift. How many shot... Oh, okay. I'm starting to build up my collection of shotgun shells again. I used up a lot of it on freaking bed lips. Ceiling puckers. I feel like at some point I need to check the phone booths for something. Maybe there's only Silent Hill 1. There's definitely some Silent Hill related thing where it really mattered to get something from a phone. There's nothing over here. Oh, this flashlight is doing diddly doodah. Which I guess is accurate. There's something like... There's something about rain that just like makes everything feel extra dark. And granted, maybe it's like the extra cloud cover that's making that happen, but like... I hate driving at night. Like, I will avoid it at all costs. But like, driving at night in the rain is just actually a nightmare for me. Granted, I live in a part of the universe where rain doesn't happen super often, and so I'm probably just like not generally just very practiced with rain driving. But it also doesn't help that my car's headlights suck. Like the worst POS headlights of the universe. I've tried like replacing the bulbs. That's not the problem. They're just bad. I think maybe they're like angled wrong, and I don't know how to fix that, but regardless. I just like, it's hard enough for me to see at night, even on the best conditions. Like when it rains, it's like I'm just boned. Like I'm just hoping I don't hit someone. And also, I found this out recently, a part of the problem is like, I guess whatever kind of like paint Utah uses for like their, painting road lines and stuff, it's like not very reflective, which means that like when it rains or snows, like it's like harder to see the lines. And I didn't realize that like other states actually maybe use good paint that is a bit more reflective, and Utah just actually cheaps out and does not have that. Like, I thought it was just normal for when you drive around, just like, well, lanes no longer exist. It is a free-for-all. What used to be a 4-lane highway is now a 1-lane mosh pit. Which is exactly maybe part of why I don't like driving on the freeway when it's raining at night. Because that is truly how people treat it. And it is panic-inducing. Also, I'm just driving like my tiny little sedan. And every other person in this state is driving either a Subaru or a Cybertruck, it seems like. Who's there?
Please.
I said, wait! Stop in the name of James. I am the highest authority. Yarg. No, I remember this part. So this is something that unfortunately the remake honestly just like utilizes enemies much better than the original did overall. Because the mannequins are way more utilized, and then this next enemy, I feel like they were in the OG, but not often. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, those like stupid like underhanging nightmares that I hate. I don't like them. I don't like what they stand for. Oh hey!
Laura?
That...
Where did she go?
Man, I don't know. It's the camper, though. This camper was a save spot in the OG game. Let's see here. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. Truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. I knew it. I needed a wrench from a letter. Staring deep into the abyss that is the camper toilet. No, don't wump me. Don't do the wubs. My heart can't handle it. There is a bug! I don't know why James pulled out the gun for the bug. But that was certainly a choice. Can I? Yes! Get smashed. Okay. I'm sorry. Not that sorry, but don't need to like kill me over it. Oh, that reminds me. Like after watching the, because I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, like I watched the scary movies, the original scary movie trilogy, like the parody ones, and had a great time watching them because they're delightful. At least the first three. Goes downhill from there, but the first three are good. Sixth one might be okay. I haven't heard about that one yet. But anyway, it was reminding me that I am extremely behind on the Scream franchise. Because I watched the original 3 Screams back when it was just a trilogy. And I looked it up recently, and apparently it's now, I think, 7 films plus a TV show. And I don't know if all that new stuff is any good, but I remember really liking the original Scream trilogy. And I haven't watched those in years, so at the very least I kind of want to go back and watch that. And then maybe I'll try to watch some of the newer Screams. It's like, I'm not a huge fan of slashers, generally. But I do have a soft spot for the original Scream trilogy. And then, like, some of the original, like, Halloween movies. Like, some of the later ones in the Halloween series kind of get out of hand with the wackiness, but like the first, handful are watchable. Who's there? Ah! Fetch! Hey. Don't worry, we got it under control. Anybody got like a horror series that they're like particularly fond of, or they have like a soft spot for? Doesn't have to be like one that's like one that you consider like really good, but just like one that you kind of like go back to or that you remember liking. That's curious. So I'm kind of getting into like a mood for like more horror movies. But just like, I'm not sure. I'm always cautious. Like, there's like lots of not lots, but like there's a handful of horror movies that like I rewatch quite frequently because I enjoy them. And I'm always nervous to get into like new horror movies like that I don't know anything about. Ah, bug, 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 bug. It's bug. There was a bug, guys, in case you didn't see. So I'm just... Oh, hi there. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm just... Ow, stop! I'm kind of picky about my horror. So I'm always cautious about trying new things, but I'm always down for recommendations from people. Toon says The Grudge. I remember watching the prequel because one of my favorite Japanese actors was in it. You know, I've never seen the Japanese version of The Grudge, actually. I do remember watching the American version and thinking that was pretty scary. But granted, I was also, I think, like in middle school, maybe high school when I watched that version of The Grudge. So, you know, the Japanese... There's actually probably like there's a lot of the Japanese versions of things I've not seen. It'd probably be interesting and worth a watch, perhaps. Okay, this is the section that's kind of like it's a bit of a lie because like you think you have two options here, but really they just go to the same place anyway. But I will go this way. Is it James? What the hell was that? I remember there being quite a few goodies this direction that made it worth it. Even though there is also, I think, a couple of problems. Stop flickering my lights. I know that's just to build up the tension and eventually justify the... Because if I remember right, I think you lose your light during the upcoming section. And so I think they're adding a bunch of flickeries now. I always like to look at like license plates in games because I like to... I feel like the license plate is such a good opportunity to... Oh my gosh! It's such a good opportunity to put in like little Easter eggs. At least to me, like it's such a waste. Like, something I am definitely gonna do. Ah, dang it. I'm gonna get you. Oh my gosh! Hey guys, it wasn't just a bug over here. It turns out the bug was maybe a trick. Well then. Didn't remember that one. Hey. What you doing, buddy? I thought I saw something else in the shadow that made my heart stop for a moment, but it's fine. Thank you. Let me reload. Yeah, we're getting pretty stacked with ammo. That's good. We like that for us. I don't know if I'm hearing a bug or an enemy anymore. Which I guess is the point, but I don't like it. We didn't see bugs for a while in the hospital, actually, now that I think about it. Now they're back in full force, it would seem. There's definitely something in here. There's no way it's empty. Bug! I like to think that I always keep a calm head and pressure. Like, I don't want to pat myself on the back too many times in one stream. But I think I could be put into any horror scenario and be the winner. Granted, because the twist would reveal that I was actually the killer all along, probably. This is dang new use for a pistol. One hell of a bug swatter. Yeah. I don't know if you... Did you hear me talking about toys earlier? A movie that I am obsessed with for really no good reason. There's a scene in Toys where a guy uses a pistol as a fly swatter, and it does not work. You know, pistols are great for killing bugs. Like, granted, I think it probably depends partly about like where you live. There's a bug somewhere nearby. There it is. So I will say, when I lived in Okinawa for a little bit over in Japan, and I think it's just something like with like more tropical areas, it seems like bugs get bigger. But there were some big boys. There were some big spiders I saw over in Okinawa. And my goodness, if I left my... Like, during the springtime, if you, like, left your bike parked anywhere for more than 10 minutes, you were going to come back to it covered in webs. And you're going to have to remove spiders that were big enough to freaking punch you back. I might exaggerate a little bit. Oh my... Fetch! They were pretty big, though, and I hated it. I have some nasty bugs in here in Minnesota, but only place I've lived there was Georgia. Georgia's got, like... And, like, I only know this because I've had the problem of, like, people bringing them here to Utah. But the freaking cockroaches that come out of Georgia are nutso. I had to deal with, like, deal with this apartment where, like, I think it was either, like, a family or, like, some college kids that, like, had come from Georgia and, like, were renting this apartment. But they had somehow, like, brought roaches with them. Because roaches really, like, aren't a thing in Utah. Unless people bring them to Utah, because, like, Utah's kind of cold. And so roaches don't really last the winter, but they can last inside an apartment if somebody brings them along. And so that was a bit of a problem in that unit for a little bit. We had these nasty Georgian roaches running around. And they're tough. Exterminator had, I think, sprayed the apartment, I want to say, like, 3 times. Which feels like a lot of spraying, but maybe cockroaches are just built different. Which is, they're massive. Yeah, it was not okay. Like, I wasn't the one that had to, like, deal with, like, the living roaches. But I did go in there to kind of check it out after they were dead, and there were just big boys just curled up all over the place, and I was not a fan. This is one of the barracks on base in Georgia was roach infested. It was horrid. No, yeah. Well, it's like... And roaches are like, I mean, it's basically impossible to get rid of roaches in a place if you also want to, like, be living there at the same time. Like, it's like you gotta, like, evacuate the place and just fumigate the heck out of it, it seems like, because roaches are tough. Like, there's all those jokes about, like, roaches surviving nuclear apocalypse. And I think it's just, like, from the experience of the people have had with them. There's a bug! Means, I mean, you could live in Australia with Jen and fight off everything on your way to the car before leaving for work. That's true. I'm sure Jen has to, like, bring an umbrella everywhere just to keep the drop bears off him. Not to mention the Yowies. The rogue Yowie that we all know is just waiting for its chance to sneak up on unsuspecting people. There's also the... I need to ask Jen sometime. Next time Jen's in here, I need to ask him if he knows about the bunyip. Oh my gosh, you've been there the whole time? Golly. But the bunyip is one of my new favorite cryptids. Not new, I've known about it for a while, but I recently rediscovered my love of the bunyip, because it's great, it's awful. But yeah, Hatoon, you're right. I think all of us every day can wake up and be grateful we're not Australian. That's really the lesson. You know, when you as an American, you know, you wake up in the morning, you say your morning pledge of allegiance to the flag you have planted by your bed, you kiss your picture of George Washington you keep on the nightstand, and you say your prayers to I don't know, Ben Franklin. Like, you gotta pour one out for your poor non-American Australians that are out there. Who's? I'll be the danger. Something's nearby. Who's making sounds? Are you in the ceiling? Who's there? Stop! God. I hate it. Oh, that wasn't even the only thing. There's still crackly radio sounds. Better just be a bug. So I really don't have it in me to deal with a real problem right now. But what is it? Oh my gosh, where were you? Where were you at? Die. Seriously, where the heck were you hiding? I'm still hearing sounds. My radio is still detecting tomfoolery. Oh, that's why. Get out of here. Stupid bugs. Okay, that seems to have finally chillaxed everything. Oh my gosh, okay. Lunar says, if you like strange cryptids, you need to look up the Gyascutus. Not sure I want to know you thought up that one. I have not heard of the Gyascutus. That's crazy, actually. Like, I feel like I'm pretty familiar with, like, not like every cryptid, because that's probably impossible. Like, I feel like I know a lot of, like, the most famous ones. There's just not sure I want to know who thought up that one. Okay. Well, I'm gonna... This is important. This is for science. Hold on. What is a Gyascutus? Gascutus. Oh, it's a lumberjack one. Oh, these are always great. Thank you, Lunar. The side hill crawler. Okay, I have heard of this thing. Yes. Okay. I didn't realize it was called the Gascutus, but I've absolutely heard of this guy. I freaking... Oh, man. Lunar, thank you. I love the freaking lumberjacks of the 17 and 1800s were built different. Has 2 short legs and 2 long legs, allowing it to travel rapidly in one direction, clockwise or counterclockwise around a mountain. If it turns around the hill, its long legs and up on the hillside, causing it to tumble to the bottom. It's closely related or similar synonymous with the Wampa Hoofus and other fearsome critters. Also, there's a boss in Final Fantasy XIV called Gascutus. Huh. I had no... See, I've heard of this referred to as like the Sidewinder, I think. Side Hill Gouger. Okay. Yeah, my grandparents in Colorado told me that one on a camping trip. They called it the Sidewinder, I think, in that. When they were telling the story about it. That's a real good one, Lunar. I had no idea that it had such a crazy name. But yeah, freaking lumberjacks, man. Hatoon should know, Pennsylvania's full of ridiculous lumberjack problems. Like the squonk, I'm pretty sure, is a fearsome critter of lumberjack lore. Squonk is ridiculous. What's it called? The Slide Rock Bolter, I think, is another one. It's basically just like a land whale. I love cryptids so much. I want to do more cryptid videos. Like, truly. I want to just, like, do videos where we talk about cryptids. I just need to figure out a way to do... There was a hole here. It's gone now. I want to figure out, like, a way to do cryptids. Hey, it's the map that we used to use in the original. Like, cryptid streams or, like, videos that'd be, like, interesting and, like, my own spin on it. It's like, there's so many, like, cryptid things now. But, like, I love cryptid lore. The nuke? Or the nuck? The nucker. That seems like that could be problematic. Hojun says I only know about the squonk. I mean, to be fair, the squonk is like... is kind of like the best of the worst in that, in a weird way. Like, it's kind of like the worst cryptid, but like, because it's so awful, like, everybody just kind of knows about it. Squonk is the lovable underdog. Nucker is British. That sounds British, but I've not heard of the Nucker. I will say the UK is full of cryptids, and I know some of their more famous ones, but I'm certainly not as versed. Like, I'm pretty versed in American cryptids. And I know, like, a lot of, like, Japanese yokai, because I'm a nerd. But I know a lot of, like, Filipino ones, because the Philippines has freaking whack-tastic stuff. Like, I don't know what's in the water in the Philippines, but my goodness, those guys are... That country has problems if even, like, 1/10 of those things are real. Yeah, enlighten me on... If you don't mind, Lunar. I can Google the Nucker. But... Oh, my God! I'm sorry for coughing into the mic. Well, the word... I hate that I always panic turn off the light, too. I'm sure that's intentional. Because, like, this stick right here, like, this stick that, like, moves the camera, is also the stick where, like, if you tap it, you turn off the flashlight. And so it's a real problem. Because, like, if you get jump scared, you're swinging your camera around trying to locate the threat, and you will turn off your light on accident. Like, that is by, like, nefarious design. I am sure. Bug! Water dragon that lives in small water holes called knucker holes. No. Like the ass wing. Yeah, the ass wing is great. There's a story about a knight going off to fight one to prove himself that is a really interesting story. I feel like I might know that story, Lunar. Again, this might be a case where like I know, like maybe like I know it roughly without realizing there was like a proper name for it. Granted, I mean, I guess there's probably at least 1,000 stories in England about knights fighting weird dragon monsters. So I shouldn't say that like, oh, I know about a story where a knight fights a dragon. Like, I know there's one, I think it was some kind of like worm. I can't remember what it was called, like a WYRM. But it was like one that like lived inside a well that was like famously dangerous. Can you die? Jiminy. Hey there. I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, I'll look up the knucker. Maybe I'll start doing like tier lists. That could be fun. Yeah, that is this one. Knucker holes are basically wells. Okay, so it's great. Again, like apparently there's so many things where like I think it's like a one-off creature, but apparently it's a whole properly named thing. I would love to do like some tier lists. Like years ago, you can still find the stream on the channel. I did cryptids that you could like cryptids to give a hug or handshake to, which was very silly. It was like when people were doing like a lot of like kiss marry kill like type like lists. And so I did one that was like hug or handshake, where like hug cryptids that are cool and handshake cryptids you don't like or something. Very cringe. But it was a fun stream regardless. Who was there? I remember you. Should a people post their favorite cryptids in Discord, see if any would be interesting for you? That could be fun. I remember one time a stream I wanted to do. This was back when I was more active on Twitter, X, whatever you call it. But I was gonna do a stream where like because again like when you're VTubing, like there's all kinds of stuff you can kind of get up to with like other VTubers, and I wanted people to. I was gonna like just grab a whole bunch of like people out of like the community off of Twitter and figure out like what cryptid they most resembled. I could do something for our community. I could take all of our regulars, anyone who like wants it. Maybe I could like make a YouTube post, anyone who asks. I could figure out like what cryptid I think they're most like. And that could be a fun little treat. Get everybody either really happy or really mad, depending on what I pick for them, I guess. Oh, that's a sink. You're not a sink. You're alive. Oh, hey, this is the laundry place. I remember here. 1,000 years ago. This place is way worse now. This just sounds fun. Yes, that could be fun to do. I don't know. I definitely want to start doing more of that kind of stuff. And I think I think Lala was kind of giving me the idea, because like I used to do Tuesday streams, and I haven't done too many Tuesday streams recently, just because I don't know, life's gotten kind of hectic. But I might start doing like Tuesday streams that are like just based around like maybe just like we could do like fun stories, or like watching like scary videos together. Just kind of like a bit more like laid back, kind of like reaction type streams. Or there's a phone ringing somewhere. That is not my problem. Hey, a wrench.
Hello? Anyone there?
That's normal. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. You should know. The key is in the park at the feet of the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will let loose the abyss. Cool. I will say, this feels like another... I haven't really mentioned it because we've just been kind of plodding along. But this section is kind of another example of the game being, like, a little longer than it needs to be. Because, like, this is basically, like, we're, like, going through, like, Silent Hill was, like, the Nightmare version now, right? That's kind of, like, the crux of it. But, like, this is, like, a lot longer than it needs to be. Like, we kind of get the idea. It's spookier now. Like, again, like, with the hospital, like, it's longer. It's a bit too long, but it's, like... It's, like, the classic, Bloober blunder, I would say, with a lot of their horror games. And by a lot of, I mean the only other horror game from Bloober that I'm aware of, which is Blair Witch. Which we will definitely play Blair Witch at some point, because there's a lot of things about the Blair Witch game that are really cool. A lot of cigarettes. Drug hotline, great. Like, it's a really cool game in a lot of ways. It's just also, like, much longer than it should have been. So, I think it's, like, something like Bloober just can't seem to help themselves with. Like, I think they just, like, have so many ideas. And they try to just, like, find a way to, like, force a bit more. They're here. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but I think in a horror games benefit from being like very tightly paced. I think the longer it goes on, the more you're like the harder time you have like keeping the tension. That's why, like, I think, like, indie horror has been, like, kind of fantastic for the genre overall, because I think for a long time, like, there's, like, I think, like, once we kind of got to, like, Super Nintendo and past, like, there kind of became this expectation that games, like, need to be, like, a certain length of time. Especially, like, once we got to, like, the mid to late 90s, I think, like, that's when there was a change from, like, games being, like, kind of, like, casual short things to being, like, they needed to be, like, multi-hour, like things. It's like if your game was too short, that became a problem. Which for horror, it's really hard to make like a long, good horror game, you know? Unfortunately. I'm sure there are good examples out there, but that's already over here. I think horror kind of suffered in video games for a long time because they were trying to make like horror games that were like, you know, at least like 15 plus hours or something. And if like the game was like under 10 hours, it was always like a bad thing. I like the old Slender Man Pages games. Most good horror games are 2 hours or less. I agree. I think... It's got a doggy bone on it. The pet center. Oh, I think I already went through here, though. So I don't need to go through there again. What was I going to say? But no, yeah, actually, playing the Slender Man games could be fun. There were some classics that were pretty cool. And I never actually played them myself. Because, like, when the Slender Man games were kind of, like, all the rage, I was too scared to play them personally. It's like I watched other people play them. But that could be fun to go through and play for myself. It's like, I feel like... I mean, I think we can all agree from, like, the way I handle these Silent Hill games. Like, I'm a big, brave guy. I can handle it now. I'm tough as nails. I'm unshookable. Like, for me and Fear, we don't even know each other. We're strangers now. Like, I the big brave. They did a remake on one of the Slenderman games? Really? Huh. That could be cool. Yeah, that could be fun. Like, I'd love to... there's just so many things, so many games, guys. If I don't start streaming 24/7, we're never going to finish. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Cool. Well. Don't like this. Man, I don't wanna. Let's see here. Alright. What do we think? Do we want to keep... Got about 20-ish minutes left in our stream time. I was thinking we could do a watch of the Silent Hill Townfall trailer together. And kind of see what the new Silent Hill game's looking like. So I feel like we could maybe pause the game here and switch over to that, if folks are down. Or if they'd rather us just continue playing this, we could also do that. I don't know, what are people's opinions on that? I'm going to take a quick pause and sip from my drink for a moment. Lunar says no preference here. Let me just look up on the side here. How long the trailer even is, actually. Why is this the thing that opens automatically? What the heck? How's folks doing? There was a reveal trailer 3 years ago. How am I dumb? How did that... No, people... This game was announced 3 years ago. How... But I just recently. Impossible. I'm not dumb. Everyone else is. Gosh dang it, why am I an idiot? Alright, cool. Well, I'm gonna... Let's go ahead... I'm gonna go ahead and watch this, because I think I promised doing this last week, so I'm gonna set this up. Just give me a second to set it up. In fact, dun dun dun, it's full screen Grayson. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna... Hold on. Okay. I just saved again because I can't remember if I saved. Alright. I'm going to get this brought up over here. Don't even worry about it. Platoon says flip a coin. I'll flip your coin. Yeah, I said it. It says it was re-announced. It was thought to have been canceled because of Silent Hill F. Oh, sure, sure. That tracks, and I shall allow it. Likely mature 17 plus, may contain content inappropriate for children. If you're a children and you're on this stream, get out. This ain't for your kind. How do I make sure the game audio is captured when it's not a game? Listen. Perfect. Everyone can see it? Classic. Okay. This is Silent Hill Townfall reveal trailer, PS5 games, apparently. Probably also going to be on other systems, if I had to guess, and probably on the PC, hopefully simultaneous release, but at least on the PS5. PS5 is still a console? How old is the PS5 now? Jeez, we're going to get a PS6 anyway. Oh, that's loud. Oh, it's loud. Hold on. Wait. There we go.
Simon,
Listen.
listen to me.
Okay.
You can't stay in this room forever.
You already got their Silent Hill.
I can't stay in this room
Radio.
forever. I know this is going to be hard. But you have to come back to me.
He's got an IV thing in his...
Come back to me, Simon.
Okay. I'm guessing Simon's gonna be our main character. His boat crashes, I guess.
I woke up in the water again. But
What?
this time it's different.
Saint Amelia? That's not Silent Hill at all. I mean, not that half the Silent Hill games have nothing to do until self-rise. Please stay safe. Quarantine. Whatever heart this town had has stopped. This town
I
is
keep trying to fix
ours.
what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it.
We need the truth.
It doesn't let us change things.
Simon.
You did what you did.
I mean, this is definitely Annapurna, really. I mean, that looked like a classic Shambler. Oh, don't like that. Okay. Oh. Okay, they're going for like first-person perspective. Silent Hill Townfall. Interesting. Okay. Coming 2026. Okay. Silent Hill transmission on the official Silent Hill YouTube. Immediately following state of play. Huh. Okay, so first of all, got our classic shambly wrapped up. This looks more masculine than feminine. I guess that's different from Chains. It's also like clearly like some kind of hospital stuff going on. He's got like a tag, like a medical tag. He's got like an IV thing going on. It's probably some kind of like psychotic issues or illnesses. I mean, it seems like, so I mean, I guess it's Saint Amelia, so it's not going to be Silent Hill. That's fine. Because again, Silent Hill is more of like a, Silent Hill is in our hearts, you know? It's not a place, it's a state of mind. Console generation is usually 6 to 8 years. How soon as you take that back, you creep. What? Take back who about creeping? What? And so you always have the radio. Like, there's always going to be a radio in Silent Hill F, or Silent Hills. That's fine. Apparently probably a wife or someone is talking to him. Looks like and definitely, let me see here. I'm trying to. It's definitely a really interesting Like, if that's supposed to be like the big bad monster, that's definitely an interesting design. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see kind of what the whole game brings out. Definitely seems a lot like this seems more classic Silent Hill. Like, if people were disappointed with Silent Hill F, like, this feels like that enemy right there, like, just looks like a Silent Hill monster. Like, so that's on point. Like, if people are wanting to get back to the good old ways, like, this is going to be Silent Hill-y for them. So yeah, this is interesting. Cause, like, it's kind of implying, like, yeah, nothing we do. Please stay safe. That's an official police notice. So that's, we need the truth. I want to zoom in on some of the signs that were. Whatever heart this town had has stopped. Save our town. This town is ours. For those we lost.
I keep trying to.
Oop. I just want to see how much of those other signs I can get. We need the truth. Crime on, or crimson maybe. Yeah, so it's like, that's interesting. That implies that, like, the whole town is, like, aware of something wrong happening, which is usually not how this works. Cool. I don't know. I'm excited for that. This looks cool. Did it say when it's going to come out exactly? It says 2026. Has there been, like, a more specific release date yet? Let me just go ahead and spell that incorrectly. That always helps. Rumored specific release date of March 26th. So that's, like, soon, if that's true. Sick nasty. Okay, cool. That'll be fun, probably. I'm excited for that. So, I don't know. That was fun. It looks cool, and I like the look of Simon. You know, he's got that classic Silent Hill protagonist look of just really unhappy. So that's good. You got a beanie and kind of like a puffy vest, the way what's her name? Heather something. Heather Smitty Wergen Jaegerman Jensen. She had like a puffy vest too, I think. Unless I'm completely misremembering things, which I never do. I remember things as they should have been. So even if my memory is not correct, it's not that it's incorrect, it's actually that the world is using the wrong timeline. Pyramid Head lost weight, Lamau. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's very pure, like, yeah, the monster you're talking about, like, it's very Pyramid Head-esque, where it's just like really veiny, and then just got like a weird like blockhead. Like, and that's definitely like a, I don't know. I mean, granted, like, I don't know. I feel like Silent Hill has really been ruined by Pyramid Head in a lot of ways. Because I feel like they kind of, by happenstance, they managed to create like a really iconic, memorable monster that was like very terrifying. And I don't know that any of the Silent Hills have ever quite managed to match that. I mean, honestly, Pyramid Head might be like one of like the most recognizable like horror game monsters. Like, it's up there with like Mr. X and the Tyrant from like Resident Evil. Where like people who don't know anything about Silent Hill 2 probably know what Pyramid Head is. Just like they recognize that build as like a really threatening, terrible thing. And I can't think of like any other monsters that have really managed to nail that. to that degree. Like the bosses in Silent Hill 1 were fine. Silent Hill 3 had some interesting ones. Like, I remember there was like a doll centipede thing that was like really freaky. But it's like, there weren't like, I think because Pyramid Head was also just like really prevalent throughout the game. Where he had like final boss energy, but you were like seeing him like very early on. Just like stalking you. As opposed to like a lot of other like bosses and monsters like show for like the one sequence where like you fight them and then that's it. So there's like less time to be like afraid and kind of build up the memory of them. So anyway, interesting stuff. Very cool. Very, very, very pog, as the youths would say. But anyway, so yeah, that looks cool. And I think we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap up the stream for tonight. Thanks everybody for hanging out. This was very, very good. Lunar says they made him the center of the movies too, so he is the best known. Yeah, that's probably true. Which is unfortunate because, like, again, if you want to be lore accurate, like, Pyramid Head technically is like James's like monster, right? Like, it's like the personification of it, or not personification, not the right, but it's like the manifestation of like everything that like James like fears and has done, kind of all wrapped up in one thing. Which is part of like why like it stalks him, you know, throughout the Silent Hill 2. And none of the other characters really have that in a similar way. Like, I guess you could say that in like, weirdly enough, Silent Hill 4 maybe is the closest to this, because like, what's his name is constantly stalking you throughout the game. But like, that's kind of like different because like he just kind of looks like a guy. So it's not really like he's a spooky guy, I guess, because he's a ghost. So it's like, anyway. Lunar says good night, Gray and all. Yeah, good night, Lunar. Good night, Hatoon. Good night to Lala and Smo and everyone else that came by. It's very cool of you to hang out. Again, if you have not and you would like to help me out, can give a like to the video, give a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. At this size, it helps massively with everything. Just like the more interaction I can get, the more it helps. Like truly. So, if you'd like to, I'd really appreciate a like or a subscribe or a hi howdy ho. But otherwise, I hope you have a good week. So, I'm gonna just catch every chord on the way. Anyway, good night, everybody. Have a good one. Hope you have a good week. Have good sleep tonight. I hope, Lunar, you exit the hell of coding or crunch or whatever you're in the middle of. Good luck to you. And yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. So we'll see you. Right, good night. Bye bye.